Hello and welcome to Dr. Varsha Gaitonde's channel. This video is the sixth part of current affairs related to GPB and agriculture, which covers December 2022 and January 2023 current affairs. The first topic of our discussion today is about Indian Science Congress, which was held during 3rd to 7th of January 2023 at Nagpur University, Maharashtra. This was the 108th annual session of ISC. The first time when it was held was during 1914 by Indian Science Congress Association, generally called as ISCA. The purpose is to stimulate research workers and meet annually for the progression and development in the field of science and technology at a mass level. First time it was established by British chemists Professor J.L. Simonson and Professor P.S. McMahon during 1914. The theme of this particular Indian Science Congress was Science and Technology for Sustainable Development with Women Empowerment. And the general president of this particular session was Mr. D.S. Kothari. The second topic is Holy Grail wheat gene discovery could feed our overheated world. As you know, as it was discussed in budget session 2022 also, the wheat production drastically reduced due to heat waves during the Rabi season. Here, this is a very eminent gene where harvests that form a vital element of the diets of 4.5 billion people are being devastated by globally by heating, but now research has found a key to create heat resistant variety. This is a key gene labeled with ZIP 4.5b and have created a mutant version of it, one that allows the gene to carry out its main function to allow wheat chromosomes to pair correctly and maintain yields. But the only lacuna of this is it lacks its ability to block the creation of new variants with attributes from wild grasses. Third topic is enriched vitamin D content in tomato. Scientists created tomatoes genetically edited to boost vitamin D levels. The tomatoes contain as much provitamin D3 as 2 eggs. Even though it is quite old, means 7 months old topic, but why I am discussing here means it's a very important booster or it's a contribution for genetic modification field. The tomato plants were created by making tiny changes to an existing tomato gene using an editing technique called CRISPR-Cas9. It's like a pair of molecular tweezers which you can use to precisely snip out a very small fragment of the gene to enhance a desirable trait in plants a lot quicker than traditional breeding process and without introducing any foreign DNA from other species. In this case, their focus was an enzyme found in tomato plant that normally converts vitamin D3 into cholesterol. By altering this enzyme, the researchers managed to block this pathway, meaning provitamin D3 accumulated in the tomatoes, fruits, and leaves. They calculated that the amount of provitamin D3 is one tomato fruit if converted to vitamin D3 would be equivalent to levels present in two medium-sized eggs or 28 grams of tuna. Tuna, as you know, it's a fish which is rich in vitamin D, especially the vitamin D3. To convert this into active vitamin D3, the fruit would still need to be exposed to UVB light or they could potentially be grown outdoors, something the researchers plan to test in upcoming field trials. There is a short news which is a good news for India, not related to our GPB but very informative topic. India ranked 5th in the global list of best food in the world for 2022. This ranking is based on the votes by audience for ingredients, dishes, and beverages. Here, India with 4.54 points is at the 5th position, whereas Italy bagged the first position, followed by Greece, Spain, Japan, etc. Our next topic is Biofortified crops varieties which are recently released. These were dedicated by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi on World Food Day, which is celebrated every year on October 16th. 17 biofortified crop varieties were dedicated to nation, like in rice, CR Dhan 315, in wheat, HI 1633, HD 3298, DBW 303, DDW 48, MAX 4058. Then in maize, LQMH1, LQMH2 and 3. In finger millet, CFMV1 and CFMV2. In little millet, CLMV1. In mustard, PM32, groundnut, Girnar 4 and Girnar 5. In yam, DN340 and Shri Nilima. Next topic is cut dip budding delivery system enables genetic modification in plants. It is another recent contribution where it is free from tissue culture. As you know, wherever tissue culture is involved, sophisticated laminar flow lab facilities and contamination is the major problem in this particular aspect, but wherever this technology is eliminated by cut dip budding delivery, this is a good contribution to the field of science. Here more species as well as more cultivars were developed by this delivery system in different crops. Let us see how it is done. Gene delivery is the biggest hurdle in plant genetics research and breeding. Current delivery methods rely on tedious and costly tissue culture process. This method can be applied to only a very small number of plants, but this CDB, that is cut dip budding delivery method, is tissue culture free and does not need sterile conditions. The method is extremely simple and potentially applicable to many plants. Of more than 370,000 species of higher plants in nature, fewer than 0.1% can be genetically modified due to limitations of the current gene delivery systems. Even for those that can be genetically modified, the modification involves a tedious and costly tissue culture process, but due with this, where the use of agrobacterium rhizogenes to inoculate explants, generating transformed roots that produce transformed buds due to root suckerings. Here, this CDB is used to achieve the heritable transformation of plant species in multiple plant families, including two herbaceous plants, that is, Pteroxycum cottaceus and Coronella varia, a tuberous root plant, that is sweet potato, and three woody plant species like Ailanthus altissima, Aralia elata, and Chlorodendron chinensis. These plants have previously been difficult to or impossible to transform, but due to this CDB technique, it enabled efficient transformation or gene editing in them using a very simple explant dipping protocol under non sterile conditions and without the need of tissue culture. Now, coming to Uttarakhand plans genetic enhancement of its indigenous Badri cow. Uttarakhand government is planning for genetic enhancement of Badri cow through sex-sorted semen and embryo transfer technology with the aim to increase its productivity. Here, the sex-sorted semen and embryo transform technology will be harnessed to improve production of indigenous Badri cattle as part of the 10-year state plan. This breed derived its name from the holy shrine of Char Dham at Badrinath. Her milk has rich medicinal content and high organic values as it grazes only on herbs and shrubs available in the mountains. This cattle of Uttarakhand clinched the coveted title of being the first certified cattle breed of Uttarakhand after National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources included it as Bhadri breed. Next, government initiatives for promoting precision agriculture or precision farming in India. Why I have taken this topic? Because as you know, recently artificial intelligence and robotics became the major or topics of discussion in almost every fields. It may be engineering or medical field or agriculture, whatever it may be. So here, digital agriculture mission during 21-25, this initiative aims to leverage a wide range of technological or technologies from artificial intelligence, blockchain along with drone technology to improve the sector's overall performance. As you know, drones can be used in our genetics and plant breeding experiments to keep a keen eye on pest disease incidents, to identify the variants, to find the mutations, to find any changes, or else if we are comparing the doses of fertilizers or anything it may be, or for in general uses for crop survey and all, the drone technology's contribution is enormous. Artificial intelligence solving apps. ICRISAT is working with Microsoft to develop artificial intelligence solving app, that is AI solving app, to send solving advisories to farmers for telling the optimal date to sow. Crop yields prediction model using AI. In May 2018, Niti Aayog partnered with IBM, that is International Business Management, which is a global leading company, to develop a crop yield prediction model using AI to provide real time advisory to farmers. The partnership aims to provide insights to enhance crop productivity, increase the soil yield, and control agriculture inputs with the goal of improving farmers' income. The aim is to identify system of the crop monitoring, early warning on pest and disease outbreak based on advanced AI innovations. Next is AI sensors for smart farming. The Government of India, in collaboration with Microsoft, has begun empowering smallholder farmers in India to increase income through higher crop yields and greater price control using AI sensors. This is nothing but using the AI sensors. SenseAgri, that is sensor based smart agriculture, which is being undertaken by ICAR along with six partner institutes. Its objective is to develop indigenous prototypes for drone based crop and soil health monitoring system using remote sensors. This technology could also be integrated with satellite based technologies for large scale applications. Here we can conclude the main objective of precision agriculture is to obtain maximum yield with a minimum input while also reducing environmental harm. Better preparation of the roadmap in this sphere would be helpful to India to enhance farmers' income, be able to produce enough food to support the rising population, and also able to fulfill the commitments under SDGs. Next, coffee farmers in Kerala's Marayur reap benefits from organic farming. Here, by using organic farming, as you know, the chemical fertilizer subsidy became a big burden on central government. Now, from many years also, government is promoting organic agriculture. Major things you must remember here are why organic farming in coffee. As you know, Karnataka and Kerala are the two potential coffee growers in our country, and mainly they export coffee from India. Organic cultivation of this makes a huge demand in the foreign countries. So, what they did, they made FPOs or farmer producer organizations where the cultivators of organic products made one group and they started exporting the Arabica variety of coffee and they reaped the benefit. As you know, organic farming became a major or a hot discussing topic even in the budget sessions as well as the currently presented budget. It cut shorts the fertilizer requirement and cost of cultivation to an greater extent. Virovore. It's an organism that eats virus. The new findings may change our understanding of the role of viruses play in the food chain at a microscopic level. It has been identified as an actual species of protist that feasts on viruses or feeds on viruses. These virus eating species of protists, which are their own kingdom on the trees of life and are not an animal, plant, or fungi, are now classified as virovores. It's a species of Halteria that is a microscopic ciliate that populate freshwater worldwide. The microbe Halteria is a common genus of protist known to flit about as its hair-like cilia propel it through the water. They are made up of nucleic acids, nitrogen, and phosphorus. It can eat huge numbers of infectious chloroviruses that share their aquatic habitat and are known to infect microscopic green algae. As you know, green algae are the respiratory or the lungs of our freshwater or any water ecosystem. So, if the vivovores eat chloroviruses, we can boost the growth of green algae. These organisms can sustain themselves with virus, consuming many and growing in size. Virus only diet termed vivovory is enough to fuel the physiological growth and even population growth of an organism. Next is ENAM wins Digital India Award 2022. ENAM is a digital platform named as National Agriculture Market. This has three benefits, that is real time information on trade and price, extended access to market across the states, then information on quality of the commodities. This received the Digital India Awards by President Srimati Draupadi Murmu. This is a digital platform integrating 1260 mandis across 22 states and 3 union territories to facilitate online trading of agriculture commodities. Our next news is Argentina becomes first nation to approve genetically modified wheat. HB4 is a name of the particular variety, which is drought resistant GMO wheat by biotechnology firm Bioceres, making it the first country in the world to approve a strain of GMO wheat. Bioceres said it will only begin the marketing of this particular variety HB4 once it's approved for importation by Brazil. Argentina's government said that HB4 technology provides seeds that are more tolerant to drought and helps to minimize the production losses. Next is about POSA JG16. ICAR-IARI in collaboration with JNKVV Jabalpur, Rajmata Vijayaraje Scindia Krishi Vishwavidyalay, Vidyalay Gwalior and ICRISAT Hyderabad have developed drought hardy and higher yielding chickpea variety, that is POSA GJ16. This is developed by using genomic assisted breeding technique which allowed precision transfer of drought tolerant genes from ICC 4958 in the parental variety JG16. Here JG16 is the female parent and ICC 4958 is the male parent or donor parent. Next is about three hybrid cowpeas recently developed by GMS technology, that is genetic male sterility system, namely Bubbly, Shirley and Purvaja. This is developed by Dharti Agrochemicals Private Limited, and this gives up to 100% heterosis in the rare season of Kharif and up to 200 to 250% heterosis in off season, providing almost two times the profit as compared to the traditional varieties. Coming to the Economic Survey 22-23, as presented in the Amrutkal budget 22-23, some key points under agriculture and food management, from food security to nutritional security. Here, MSC for all mandated crops fixed at 1.5 times of all India weighted average cost of production since 2018. Continued growth in institutional credit to agriculture sector. 315.7 million tons of food grain production in India in 21-22. 11.3 crore farmers covered under PM Kisan for financial support, post harvest support, and commercial farms via sanction of 13,618 crores under AIF, then ENAM covering different portions. Under agriculture and cooperation, inclusive development like more credit to agriculture sector under financial year 2022, that is estimated as 186 lakh crores. Then agriculture accelerator fund to encourage startups in rural areas. Atmanirbhar Bharat horticulture clean plant program to boost production of high value horticulture crops. About 20 lakh crore credit to animal husbandry, dairy and fisheries sector. Additional storage capacity for farm produce. Then support to making India a global hub in millet production, that is under the title of Shri Anna. Shri Anna is nothing but another name given to nutrish cereals or the millets. Coming to integrated food security scheme, which is renamed as Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. As you know, the subsidy given under different schemes in India are exceeding whatever is required. So the government is also cutting short some of the subsidy things. The government has renamed the integrated food security scheme as Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. The new scheme has been implemented starting from 1st January 23 and will benefit more than 80 crore people living in poverty. To ensure the welfare of beneficiaries and maintain consistency across the states, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan will provide free food to the poor people. Coming to the Padma Awards 2023, three eminent personalities who got Padma Award um, under science and technology title are discussed here. As you know, Bharat Ratna is the highest award given in the country. Then the Padma Vibhushan, again which is divided as Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. So here Padma Shri award, the first winner is from Karnataka, Shri Khadar Vallai Dudekula. He got it for his contribution in under the food technology section, who is popularly known as Millet Man. He woke up to the problem of diet related consequences in society around 1986 and 87 when he came across the case of girl who had started menstruating at 6 years of age. Shocking by this, he decided to return to India in 1997 and settled in Mysuru to work towards a healthy society rather than in a foreign nation. More than 2 decades since he launched his mission, he worked with the millets and boosted different products of millets. Especially, he boosted the ragi and its products. Second person is Shri uh, Modadugu Vijay Gupta, who hails from Telangana. He is also an eminent person who worked on fisheries, who was the Assistant Director General of World Fish, an international fisheries research institute under the CGIAR based at Penang, Malaysia. He was awarded with World Food Prize also in the year 2005 for development and dissemination of low-cost techniques for freshwater fish farming using tilapia species by the rural poor. He is considered a pioneer in the blue revolution of Southeast Asia. In 2015, he was selected for the first Sunhack Peace Prize in recognition of his creation an aquaculture system for the poor rural populations in Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. Third person is a farmer hails from Kerala named Shri Raman. He is a leading relentless battle to preserve the country's old traditions of paddy cultivation. He conserved around 35 species of rice varieties. He also worked with around 150 species. The next topic is about epigenetics. Biotech founder Brian Johansson reversed his age by 5.1 years in 7 months. How it is possible? So here the epigenetics concept works, where there is no change in the genetic makeup, but the phenotypic or external or the proteolytic changes took place here. How it worked means he is the biotech firm's founder and CEO. He spent millions to reduce his age via sophisticated technology. His firm is also running a project named Blueprint, aiming to alter the epigenetic constitution of humans, for which Johnson is also a part of these trials. A report further says that many years of trials, Johnson claimed that his epigenetic age reduced by 5.1 years in 7 months. He claimed that he has the heart of a 37-year-old, skin of 28 years old, and lung capacity of an 18 years old. Our last topic for the discussion today is Misty Scheme for mangrove plantations. So here I am giving you one assignment. You should give the full form of Misty. And for what it is important, I'll tell you here. Misty is for mangrove improvement and development. As you know, mangroves are the plants which are saline tolerant and salt loving plants, which you can find across the coastal belts where saline or slightly saline water conditions are prevailing. These grow through pneumatophores, means they respire through pneumatophores, and they are the major contributors in order to reduce the coastal erosion, we may say. In Union Budget 23-24, Finance Minister announced this new scheme. This is implemented by converting the Campa Fund, MG Narega, and other sources. Campa Fund is Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Planning Authority. Fund was established to increase the activities of afforestation in the country. MG Narega is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, as you know. It was launched during 2005, and the main objective of Misty Scheme is to preserve mangrove forests. So friends, stay tuned. In the next video we shall discuss the importance and why we celebrate International Year of Millets in 2023, its global implications, the utility of millets, and why millets are not much popular. All these topics we'll discuss. If you have any doubts, please keep on commenting, sharing, subscribing, give your opinions. Thank you very much.